Hello, guys. Welcome to the Talk with Steven. You know, it's Wednesday and it's 1 o'clock, which means it's Talk with Steven time. Talk with Steven is a weekly talk show organized and hosted by me, obviously, Steven. And this Talk with Steven is a weekly talk show where I'll be inviting individuals who are successful in different aspects of their life, in terms of their business, career, and also in life. And we have been doing this talk show for the past I think three months already. So it's Talk with Steven is 3 months old, and we have interviewed many successful individuals, and they have shared with phenomenal, mind blowing, and truthful things about their life, what's happened to their life, and how did they have overcome certain obstacles, how did they have achieved success, and all kind of things. So today we have someone who is very interesting going to share with us about effective communication. Before I invite her to this stream, I would like to thank our official organizer for this talk with Steven, ET Ideas. ET Ideas is a social business incubator where we focus on developing entrepreneurs who can step out of the system and solve world problems. ET Ideas work with the people on their personal development first, and then help them to figure out what kind of business or what kind of ventures that they wanted to do want to venture in. So once they figure that particular thing out, then we guide them on how they can slowly but steadily make that into their career or a business. So we have been doing this since 2008, and we have developed around 32 companies so far in various different fields, such as video production, IT, sales and marketing, youth movement, renovation, chess, whatever you name it, we already have a company in that industry. So that's how successful ETIDS is, and the companies that developed by ETIDS also are very successful, and they are looking more into contributing back to society as well. So coming back to our guest speaker for today, Facebook can do wonders. Facebook, you meet people from various kind of places, various kind of background. You don't even know these people, but then suddenly they are your friends, and then you know about them very well. Then they know about you. So Miss Surenthini is someone that I met in Facebook, very random. It's a Facebook group that I posted something, and then she was interested, and then we exchanged number, and then we talk it out. Then she joined our Dare to Live conference organized by ET Ideas, and then she's a very interesting person who have a lot of experience to share. Then I was like, can you be my guest speaker in this show today? Then she's kind enough to accept it and all lah. So I have a very quick intro about Miss Surenthini. Miss Surenthini is the founder of Infinite Global Business Advisory. It's a training company that provides various kind of training. She's the founder and CEO of that company, and she is the trainer of effective communications. That is why she is with us today to talk about effective communication and why it is important. Some things that you need to watch out when you're communicating with others. And she also have 10 years of experience in this industry. That a lot of years. So you can clearly see she has a lot of experience to share with us, but we only have 30 minutes. So if you have any questions in your mind, do ask us the question. Don't hesitate or anything, just ask us whatever problem that you have in terms of your communication. Do ask us so that Mr. Nandini can answer the questions, and you also can learn something. So for those of you who are watching, do share this live stream with other people. Do share it in your Facebook so that many people can watch it and also benefit from it. So without any further ado, let's welcome Ms. Surenthini to the stream.
Hi,
Hello.
Steven.
Hello, Ms. Surenthini. How are you?
Hi, Steven.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Yes. Yep.
Steven,
Can you
first
hear
of
me?
all, I would like to compliment. I'm fine, thank you. First of
Okay.
all, I would like to compliment. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Can.
Yes, I can hear you. Loud and clear.
Nice.
Okay. First of all, Stephen, I would like to compliment you and your team for the excellent effort on spreading information, guidance, and all the excellent or wonderful things that you all have been doing. Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you
Stephen.
very much. Yes, thank you very much. And just a few technical error, guys. You can see my name is Dila. Dila is the CEO of ET Ideas, and currently, and when I try to log in into the StreamYard to go live, it's still under a name. I don't know how to change it, so sorry for that. So, Miss Sharindini, I have a lot of questions for you. So maybe
Excellent. Bring it on.
yes. Okay. Uh, you are a trainer who does trainings for effective communication, which means you are
Mm-hmm.
someone who is very good at communications as well. Um, where this all this communication and all this kind of things started with you?
Okay, it's a good question, Stephen. The thing is, I didn't. I was not born with an excellent communication skills. We learned
Yep,
over the years. We continuously learn, and this is where we reach at one point. You see, so
yep,
I back in the days, I was actually studying in the UK, and during my uni days, I used to travel a lot, especially to European countries, to Asian countries, to many countries over the world. And that is where I learned that communication is so important for us to relate to any people out there. If you don't
okay.
know the language or you're not being able to communicate effectively, you will not be able to travel or reach out to anyone out there. So
Mm-hmm.
what happened is I brought whatever that I've learned over the years to my working experience or to my lifestyle eventually. And now I'm actually bringing or guiding people towards that skills that I've acquired over the
Hmm.
years. Hmm.
That's nice. So you
The
went to a
difference
lot of
is,
countries.
Steven,
Hmm.
yes, the difference is, Steven, I've actually learned it in a very hard way, but now I want to give people the information in a very easier manner.
Easier manner. Yeah, I
Ah,
think going to different countries that don't even know your language and everything, and communicating with them is hard enough. Because I remember I went to one country before the pandemic. Law, obviously, went to
mm-hmm,
overseas, and then I was trying to talk to this person in English, and this person don't know and don't understand English. But then she tried her best to talk to me in English, which I have no
uh-huh,
idea what she's talking about. So both of us don't
uh-huh.
know what is the conversation is about. But then she somehow understand what am I saying. Then I yeah, I get away with it lah. So communication is very important and all. How do you
Yes.
communicate with people who, like, you mentioned that you have went to a lot of countries and all, right? How did you
Mm-hmm.
communicate with the country or the people in that particular country when they don't even know your language?
Okay, for example, Stephen, I was in France. Okay, when I
Mm.
visited France many years ago, people at that point in time, even they know little English, but they prefer to talk in French, their own
You don't want to
language.
talk,
So
okay.
yes. So
Mm.
I was being very new to this culture. So all I did is I had to write down what I wanted to say. I had to show them some sign language where I wanted to go, and I had to reach out to them in a very, very challenging manner. I was facing a lot
Mm.
of challenges to reach out to them. So that is when I also realized that learning languages will also ease our communication skills. But
Yep.
then again, Stephen, another important thing I would like to highlight here is effective communication is not all about the words you speak. It's
Okay.
also about those emotions or those intentions that is left unsaid, that's left you not being able to verbally say it out. So that's
Okay.
one part of effective communication, Stephen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Because we always thought, like, okay, communication is means it's all about talking. You talk means you're okay, you can communicate with anyone. But then you say something like it's important for people to understand about the emotions, the body language, and all kind of stuff, right? Okay. Our audience are saying hi to you. Somebody saying Puspa is saying hi, Surenthini. So
Hi,
thank you
hi,
for,
hi,
yeah,
Pushpa.
yeah, thank you for joining, guys. If you're watching the stream, do share it out so that many people can learn about effective communication and everything. So, Surenthini, why it is important for importance to effectively communicate?
Okay. There are many problems or many barriers we may face in our life, either work in the work environment or in our personal life at home. Okay. That comes out from us not being able to effectively communicate with people. Okay, to understand that better, we need to know what is effectively communicate. Okay, we know that talking is one thing. I talk, Stephen hears is a communication that we are going through. So, what is effectively communicate is another important role whereby we are actually relating. what is the intention of us saying or delivering that information, you see.
Okay,
Yes. Did I manage to confuse you, Stephen?
a little bit. But it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, it makes a lot of sense because we always communicate because we wanted to not just tell and everything, but you are saying a lot of different things to us, which is very new for me too when I hearing it. So that's why I'm a bit confused and everything. So thank you
Mm.
for sharing with us. What are the barriers that we have when we communicating with people? Like language is one thing, but that's not all the barriers, right?
Yes, there are many, many different barriers, especially now, Stephen. If you can see, even at home or at work, lack of intention of some people who are listening to what you're communicating is also one form of barrier. For example, if you're talking, you're the boss, you're talking to your teammates, and you going around saying so many things, and then you realize that your teammate wasn't listening at all from the beginning. So that is another frustration that may create to you. And
Yep.
some people, they may just be looking at their phone, and then they may doing something, and then looking at their phone again, and
Yeah.
okay, okay, and you know they are not even paying attention to
Yeah.
listen to you at all.
And it's annoying.
Yes. Yes, that's extremely annoying because
Yep.
the time that your valuable time that you're spending to communicate with that person, and that person is not valuing your time at all. So that's extremely frustrating, Stephen. Yes, yes.
Yep.
And also, when you hear the barriers that I've come up with, certain things, the culture, the language, the physical barrier, maybe sometimes that person is having difficulty in hearing, or they are not really paying attention to you. They are not doing active listening. Ultimately, active listening is the most challenging part of communication.
Hmm. Okay.
You had some
Yeah, my
issues?
laptop just fall down. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead. You were sharing something.
Yeah, I was telling you
Yeah.
about active listening, which is the most
Yep. Yep.
important thing about communicating. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, talking about this listening part, right? I think you say
Mm,
something very interesting when we talked the other day, which is
mm,
which I also like. Oh, okay, I do this mistake, which is when we
mm,
listen to something. Like, let's say somebody is asking a question to you, so you are listening, so I'm listening. But
mm-hmm,
what I will do is by the time they
mm-hmm,
ask, let's say their question is long, la. So by the time they ask the first few sentences, I
mm,
already prepared the answer in my head and I never listen to them what they are actually trying to say at the end sentence of their question and everything. So so we miss
mm-hmm.
out many important things, you know. So how we can overcome this kind of things?
Okay, this happens to 90% of individuals. It has even happened
I'm
to
happy
me
that I'm not
before.
alone in this. Okay, there are 90% of
Yes,
people
exactly.
same as me.
Exactly. Exactly, Stephen. That's why I'm giving you a big smile, because there are so many people who are actually having this kind of problem, and it's very
Okay.
interesting that you brought up this session so that you can
Yep.
explain more about this. Okay, the challenge here is people do listen to respond. They don't listen to understand. Okay, so they don't listen to understand what are the feeling or what is the situation that you are facing, but they are mainly listening to respond. What should I say to this person next? What is my most effective or my most accurate answer will be that I can give to this person? So even before I can finish my sentence or I can finish my question, you are already thinking and your mind is already going, should I say this, should I say that? And when your mind is going everywhere, you're not listening a word that I am saying at all. Trust me, because your mind has already been too busy of assuming things. Can it be
How
this?
to
Can it be
respond?
that?
Thinking about how to respond.
Yes, yes. That is where active listening comes into the picture as a crucial element for communication. You need to show empathy. You need to listen to people to be able to understand what are they going through. For example, it also happens at workplace. You really have to listen to people in order for you to know what your client or your customer really needs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Yep. Yep.
simply give out things they don't really need, or at point in time you've already sold something to them, but they, when you listen to them better or more carefully, you will identify that you can actually upsell or you can sell more things to them because you
Mm.
understand what are their needs. So this
Yep.
is a
Yep.
challenge. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
Stephen.
I
I
think it's
hope
very
I
interesting. You
answered.
brought up the workplace, which is something very interesting. Many people go through this problem. For those of you
Mm-hmm,
guys who are watching, do ask a question that you have in terms of communication and everything. Any question that you have me for Surenthini, you can do ask us. She will answer it. And I before I go live in this group and all right, I actually did
mm-hmm,
some marketing about this talk in Instagram. So yeah, I asked a question to them like. What is the one problems that you face when communicating in your workplace, because
mm-hmm,
workplace is all kind of problems will happen. So one person, she answered this one particular thing which was very interesting is, you say something but the other end, the other party perceive it or receive the information in a different manner, and that
mm-hmm,
cause a huge problem in the organization, or communication barrier and all kind of things. How can they
mm-hmm.
solve this kind of issue?
Most of the time, Stephen, if you do not effectively communicate, this is a challenge that you are going to be facing every day. It's not only at your workplace, but at
Mm-hmm.
your home, everywhere, with your family, your husband, your wife. You're going to be facing the same problem everywhere because you're not effectively communicating. Okay? The
Yep.
pathway to effectively communicate is that you need to speak clearly. You need to set up your intentions very clearly to the other person who's listening, and don't just say halfway through and swallow half of the information in. Yes, so that will make them only understand your intention halfway, and they won't be able to. They're definitely going to understand. The final understanding is definitely going to be very much different for them. So these are some things that people face every day, Stephen. And
This is so true, because every time when I communicate with my girlfriend, right, when we talk
mm,
something to my girlfriend and
mm.
everything, I'll be like, I won't finish the sentence, because I talk very fast. I will just go blah 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 and everything. I won't finish the sentence sometimes. I'll be like, this one lah, this one. I was like, sure, like which one? And now I will get annoyed. I was like, do I need to explain to you everything from A to Z? So then she was like, yes, I don't know what you are telling right now. Then I was like, okay, it's my fault actually. Like, I'm not really like communicating clearly to this person what
Mm.
I want. I will like, you take that one and come. So they will like, which one? So the intention, like what is it? The intention and the communication is not clear. So that caused a lot of problems, like what you said, in
it's
the workplace, in the
it's
relationship.
because Sorry, it's because, Steven, in your head, you know what you're trying to say. You've
Yes.
already captured the full sentence in your head. But when it comes out in your mouth, it's only halfway through. This one, this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But in your head, you already know which this one you are talking about.
Yes, yes. So I understand this, but this person who is very blur, first listening to me is like, what, what, which one? What do I do now? Where do I go now? And all kind of things, which is
Yes, yes,
very funny. But when you really look into it, like what you're saying, it's actually our fault. And
yes,
when we understand that this is our fault, we are the one making the problem, causing the problem, because we are not communicating things properly to the other party. We can solve a lot of
yes,
issues.
yes, yes, yes. Sure, sure.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
And
Very nice.
also, communication is also the most important barriers to communication is also your body language. Okay. When you say something and your body language goes against what you're saying, it also gives a wrong perception to people who's actually listening or who's actually looking at
Okay.
you. Okay. Like for example, I put my very angry face and I say, you ask me, are you okay? I say, yeah, yeah, I'm very happy. So what kind of impression or what kind of perception that you are having? So
Yep.
that plays a very important role in communication also, Stephen, just to highlight.
Mm. Okay, okay, body language. Okay. How can
Mm,
we solve this issue of
yes.
body languages?
Our body language is very, very important because every time when we are communicating, right, there's actually five elements to communication: verbal, non-verbal, which is the body
Yep.
language, your eye contact. Okay, now that I'm looking at you and I'm talking, if at all I'm actually looking there and I'm talking to you, what kind of perception that you will have? It
Like
shows that
what?
I'm not even interested to
Yeah,
talk to you.
you're interesting. What are you doing? I'm talking here. Why are you doing this? And all kind of stuff, lah. Uh,
Yes. Or if I actually fold my hand like this and I'm talking to you. Or if I am actually doing this and I'm talking to you. You are talking to me and I'm actually doing this. So what kind of perception that you so body language is very important element when we communicate. It's
yep.
very, very crucial that we incorporate positive body language whenever we talk to people. Okay, we
Yeah.
don't give them the wrong ideas or the wrong perceptions on our body language.
Mhm.
Yes. So the only way to overcome this is to be very vigilant or be very, in Malay we see very peka in what kind of actions that we are doing. Okay, we
Observant
don't do.
also, lah.
Yes, yes, yes. When we are doing those body languages, when we are communicating.
Because
Okay.
most of the time we don't really look at the body language. We just
Mm,
wanted to say something, we'll just say it out and everything, but we don't really look at the body languages, the emotion that is
mhm,
coming out. Like what you said, you are telling that you're
mm,
happy. You could be really really happy and you're saying I
mm,
am happy, but your face is angry.
mm,
So
mm,
it doesn't make, maybe you're thinking something, then you are like thinking something that's happening in it, then suddenly come and ask, are you okay? And it's like, yeah, I'm okay,
mhm,
with the same face. So they might understand, oh,
mm,
she's not okay, maybe she's angry at me, maybe she's doing something like that. We get end up getting in a different way than what the
mm,
person actually trying to say. So thank you for sharing with
mm.
this. I think one person also commented, not the question, a statement saying that also what I observe is Miss Surenthini keep calling Steven's name where it grab his attention more. So you
Oh
do get my
yes,
attention
yes.
though. Yep. So how I'm listening to you, I'm not like like not thinking about what question should I ask you next, what question
Mm,
should I ask
mm,
next, and all
mm,
kind of stuff. I'm actually listening to you, going on with your experiences and all kind of stuff.
mm,
Thank you for sharing with us that, Mishranini. If the audience
mhm,
any questions, do ask us. I will also put Mishranini's number and also for Facebook, this one in the WhatsApp chat right now. So if you guys wanted to contact her, to talk more about your personal communication barriers, your problems, because sometimes you might face something very personal. So you don't want to tell it out in the live session, and also you can always text Miss Surenthini or you can PM her in Facebook so that she can reply you. She can talk to you and how you can identify some of the problems and solve it as well and all that. So I have
mhm.
already put the number. Don't
Definitely,
forget to
definitely.
contact her. Yeah. And
Okay, okay.
okay. Next question. You talk about sales, right? So which I was like
Mhm,
very excited already when you talk about doing about
mm,
marketing and sales to people, because I am doing sales and
mhm,
marketing, and
mhm.
I'm also doing trainings for sales and marketing for people and all kind of stuff.
Excellent.
Like what you say is very very true, because when we talk to them, we are always thinking about how to answer them, how to respond them, all kind of things. We will just sell the
Mm,
product, even though they buy the product. When you really had a conversation with them, really talk to them, communicate with them, you can see they need more than this product from you. You can always upsell, or you have
mm,
some context, the things that they're asking for and all kind of things. I will always do this with my people, because when I talk to them about my
mhm,
product, sometimes they might be not interested in my product, or sometimes they be like, they buy already but they need more other things. So this is where I can
mhm,
communicate, I can connect with some other people that I know and everything. If I never listen to them, then this thing will never happen at all.
mm.
So
True,
thank you
true.
for sharing that. Yeah.
In sales, yes, Stephen, just to add up to what you have actually mentioned, in sales, the most important element is engaging with your customer. keeping
Yep.
your customers engaged, okay, and nurturing them, okay.
Mm.
One point is that you are making them happy, okay, by nurturing them, by listening to them, by talking to them, and by understanding them. You also can upsell things. But there's another important element, which a lot of people fail to realize, is that you can actually get referrals, positive referrals, if you keep that customer happy. So
Happy.
that is something which is a very I would say minimum marketing effort needed lah. Like you don't spend too much on your marketing, but your word is still spreading around. People still knowing
Yep.
you because you made that one person happy by your
Yep.
product or services.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
it's not always about you go there, tell about your product, close the deal, come back, and everything. It's about having a nice conversation. This is what I will
Mm-hmm.
always tell to people, whoever that I'm guiding in their marketing and sales. Have a nice conversation,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what going to close the deals now and going to help this person. Like help, they're going to help you to do marketing after this, because they're
Mm-hmm.
going to whoever that they talk to after that. They this topic come out, they will definitely remember you. They will talk about you. So that is very
Mm-hmm.
important and a lot. So we almost at the end of the session. Time fast, very fast. You see, it's
Very
one
fast.
27 already, very very fast. Can you share with
Yes.
us some of the tips or tricks for us to, do better in our communication, effectively communicate, handle our body languages, and all kind of stuff?
Okay, definitely, Stephen. Um, the first thing is that I've actually again and again throughout this session I'm talking about body language. Okay, always keep your body language positive. Okay, you don't know who's actually looking at you and getting a perception over you. Okay, for example, first impression, the body language, everything really counts. Before you open your mouth, you're already communicating to the other person what kind of person you are. So,
Hmm.
body language, positive body language is very crucial. And always plan or think what you're going to say. Okay. Don't just be in a group and then just open your mouth uh, um, unintentionally or just say something out. You just don't do that. Always plan or always think before what you're saying or how is it going to impact people on the things that you are actually saying. So that is very crucial also, Stephen. And of course, again and again and again, active listening, okay, plays the most crucial part in your communication. You will never be able to say the right thing if you're not listening. Okay,
Yep.
they will be asking you, have you had your dinner? Oh no, last week I went for holiday to Paris. That's what your answer is going to be if you don't listen, you see. It may seem to be very funny now, but actually the impact in real life at your work environment is going to be very frustrating for some people. Can you
That's going to
imagine
be
your
huge.
boss is there? Yeah, your boss is there and he's asking you a question and you're answering differently. So it's going to create a huge impact on that.
Mm.
In all, yeah, these are some things I would like to highlight, Stephen. Of course, I have
Okay.
more, but due to the reason we have not much time,
Yeah. If you
we
guys want
yeah.
to know more, please contact Miss Surenthini. She does many programs, trainings, events, and everything for you guys to can come and attend. Mostly she does for corporate. She also can do for public, and she can also guide you in your communication as well. Because I personally enjoyed this session today, because I learned a lot of things about body languages. Because I'm someone who can talk well, communicate well with people. I can talk to anyone and everyone. I don't scared of anyone. So I can, the first thing that we have when we want to communicate is the fear of talking to people, what the other people will say and everything. I don't have that. So I always think that I'm a very good communicator. I can communicate with anyone and all kind of stuff. But what you mentioned today is something that is more than communicating the words that you are saying, is also the body language, how you are
Mm-hmm.
sitting, how you are interested in the conversation, your face, all kind of things and everything is very very important when you communicate with your people as well. That is my takeaway from here. Audience, do share what is your takeaway from this session and everything, so that we can learn together as well. Somebody said thank you guys, was really informative. Somebody enjoyed our live session today. Do share the
Oh,
live
thank
session
you
if you
so much.
enjoyed. Yeah, do
Thank you
share the
so
live.
much.
Yep. Thank you for your time. I know you are busy. You have trainings every single day and all kind of stuff. But thank you for your time, and for me to interview you is my honor. So thank you. Hope we can work together in future as well. So thank you, Ms. Surenthini, and thank you, ET Ideas, for organizing
Thank you.
this show.
Thank you,
Yep.
Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. And the most important thing is that I really enjoyed as much as you have enjoyed this session. I really had fun talking to you. You're a
Thank you.
very funny man, and I hope that we made everybody happy in our learning session.
Yeah. Thank
Yes,
you very much. And just like me, Shurendini here, next week, every Wednesday, I will go live in this particular group, also under my own profile, Stephen Raj profile, where interviewing many other people as well. So I will go once a week so that every once a week, like Wednesday, 1 p.m. to another 30 minutes, you can learn something for yourself, and then you can go and apply in your workplace, whatever that you guys do. So next week, I'm going to invite someone who is really interesting that she's mind blowing. Her name is Selvi. We're going to invite her to be our next guest speaker. She's going to share with us about her journey, her incredible journey, and everything. So I'm very excited for this. Thank you, Ms. Shrindini, for your session today. I
excellent.
really enjoyed it again, and thank
Thanks,
you all
Stephen.
the
Thanks.
audience who watched the session. And I know many people shared the live session just now. So thank you for that. And those of you who are watching, if you want any help in terms of your communication, do contact me, Shrindini. So thank you guys. That's all from me.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.